Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. All right, guys. Hey, welcome back. And as you see, I have a very amazing guest. You guys know Riyadh. You guys know what she's about. If you haven't heard the show before, we'll get you up to speed. But Riyadh is not only a great guest, but she's a great person. I just had COVID, and she took the time. It was just very thoughtful. She took the time and put this video together, sent me Reiki, and I gotta think that had something to do with being very mild for me. I'm very blessed and very grateful. I thank you for that, Miss Riyadh. But welcome back to the program, Riyadh.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here and an honor.
Well, same here. Can you kind of refresh the audience a little bit about yourself, about your practice, everything that you do? If you could introduce yourself, in case people didn't hear you before.
Yeah. My name is, I go by Riyadh, Lady of Love and Light. I am an energetic practitioner. So I call myself a shamanic, holistic, spiritual, physical health and wellness practitioner. I incorporate a lot of tools that I've learned over the years. I have a physical therapy background, working in mental health and behavioral health. I'm a Reiki master. I am an NLP practitioner. I'm trained in hypnotherapy and past life regression. I have so many hats. It would take all day for, and I have a health care administration background, but I've gone through my own struggles and my own strife, and on my personal journey, I've always known I was a healer. Let's just say I facilitate healing. So with people, and the Reiki is energetic. So like what I did with you, I tap into your energy and I just start sending out the energetic energy. Now, because I'm a healthcare professional, I know the body very well. Mm-hmm. And, it works off the electromagnetic systems, every part of your body. But the work I'm doing with people, I was told to integrate it. So now all the tools I learned in the behavioral, mental health, and NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, where we kind of look at what is holding you back, what's stopping you, what's holding you hostage in your life, basically. Mm-hmm. And it's things that we picked up when we were younger, from an early age. Our parents didn't mean to do this, but they say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You're this, you're that. And we take it in, and people, you don't realize that you've done it until it starts rearing its ugly head. Let's face it. It's not, some people, yes, you were fortunate to be raised with people who supported you. My mom always encouraged me, you can do whatever you want to. You just got to set your mind to it. My dad was special forces, a warrior, and he taught me that I'm a spiritual, I know I'm a spiritual warrior. You don't give up. You help people out, And so that's basically what I do. I can help facilitate you. I will send you the energy to help reconnect, reground you, go inwards. We've talked about this, helping you find that place where we have the ability to heal ourselves, regenerate ourselves. Science is showing that. All these biogenetics, quantum physics, sacred geometry, they're factual. It's just that they're not taught in mainstream. We have to look out and quest. But if you're here, it's because you want to fix something in your life. You want better for yourself. And so that's what I'm here to do, is I'm help to facilitate. And I do group workshops. I'm getting ready to do a workshop on illuminating and transmuting. That's what's holding you hostage in your life, and you can go.
Excuse me, Riyadh, what are those two things you just said? What are those?
The illuminate and transmute. Okay. Yeah. So illumination, think of the moon, the full moon we just had. It's shining, it's illuminating. So when things are illuminated in your life, it's because, like, let's say you're COVID, something triggered that within you. It took down your immune system and it opened the door. And so, you have to look at what is that about, and only you know what that's about. You'll, do some inner work. Those videos I sent you will help you, but it's like, so let's say Johnny is bugging the heck out of you about something, and every time he brings it up, it's a trigger. He's hitting a trigger. When those triggers are coming up for you, they're brought up to be illuminated, to bring awareness to that you need to work on this, because what you're seeing in him is something triggering in you. And so that's the illumination. Now the transmuting is clearing that energy, saying, whoa, what's going on here? What is Johnny triggering for me? Is it because I am that? Is he being just a full-on mirror? Like, let's say, and I'll give you an example. So I had this very wonderful friend. He was a songwriter, singer, very talented, very handsome, very charismatic, but this beautiful person inside. And there was a time that I was questing for my one, and I thought he might be the one, but he was the one to the one. But what he was reflecting in me is the beauty. What I was seeing in him, it was within me. I was that, and I hadn't recognized that in myself, and he was a beautiful individual, and he allowed me to have these feelings. He knew, we talked about it, but said it's not reciprocated. And I was like, that's fine. But he was that person to allow me to figure out. And so that's what these people are coming to you to mirror. Now, the other aspect of that mirroring is that they're triggering something that you're being judgy about with people. And you know what? We're not here to judge.
Yeah.
And when you judge somebody else, you're taking your distraction from yourself. So we need to look at that. And that's what I help people with, is look at that's why some of the questions I'd love to take today. What's triggering you today? Let's look at that, bringing it into your awareness, illuminating it so we can transmute it, transform. That's old tape, that looping of, so my dad was, children should be seen, not heard. So I was very shy growing up, and I didn't even know that was anything, a part of me. And then so that led to self-esteem issues as well. You wouldn't know it now, would you?
Yeah, right. Totally.
Thank goodness. But I found these tools. I've been through it. I'm not telling you anything that I haven't gone through. My life has been turbulent. I've had trauma. We've talked about this before. I was a victim of rape and abduction. I had my ex-husband pulled the rug out from under my world. I went into a very dark place. I faced my shadow side. I didn't even know that place existed within me, because I was always this really sweet, nice, keen. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to see how the other side lives. So I went through a period of I literally did not care if I lived or died. Wow. I was tempting fate. Come on, bring it. And in that time period, that's when this other thing happened to me. But so I pushed that down, and I haven't told this part of the story. I pushed that so deep down within me that it didn't happen to me. That was a story of somebody else. And how my mind disassociated, because that's how I could deal with it, because I protected
yourself, right?
Exactly. And that's why I survived, because I survived that incident. But I didn't do what I thought I would do if it ever happened to me. So I couldn't live with those things. So I just pushed it down. I lived in San Antonio. I was up in Texas, 230 miles away. And as I drove by, and I went out and I yelled at the universe. I cried. I wailed like this animal. I'm, in the middle of nowhere. And as I drove home, it got further and further away from me. And by the time I got home, I was a weekend. I went in, I cocooned myself. So that stuff stayed buried that happened 89 till 2001. And I didn't realize how it was impacting my life. And I was on a lot of inner journeying, and I would heal a little bit. But when the dam breaks, the dam breaks. And that's what we're feeling in the world. The dam is breaking, erupting. The volcanoes are erupting, literally. We're flooding, literally. So what's going on in the world is really what's going on in our mass consciousness of human beings. We are needing to be shaken up, because we need to transmute that energy. All the polluting, climate change, yeah, it's real, people. We got to take care of not only ourselves, other people, but Mother Earth, the planet we live on. And I can get into a soapbox, but it's like we've got to clean up that energy. We've got to transmute it. If we want a better life for ourselves, a better society, we've got to come together. But you have to work on you, because you know what? You're not really all. Yes, I did help a lot of people, throughout my career in physical therapy. I did home health. I traveled. I can hit on a map, and if I broke down somewhere, someone would say, "Oh, you worked on my mom. Come on in. I'll help you out." So I did, but I'm a healer. So that's what I came on this planet to do, is to help hold the light. I have a high threshold of pain. I went through all this so I could help people, but before my own issues, so I could learn and grow and flourish. And I am flourishing. That's how the Lady of Love and Light, somebody called me that. They said, "Hey, Lady of Light." And I was like, "Oh, I love that. You hit me right on the head, And then this friend of mine said, "No, you're Lady of Love and Light." So that's how this, But yeah, it's about bringing it to your awareness. We got to heal it. And you know what? It's hard. It is so hard. When I went through that, it took me 4 years to get therapy and find the right therapist and the right modality. Now, from the physical aspect of healing with people to the mental health, I did a lot of learning and tools. I'm integrating it.
Wow. Well said. Well said. As always, you got a bunch of people want to talk to you. So, Mr. Producer, take it away, my friend.
Yes, we have Jolene from Texas.
Hi, Jolene.
Jolene.
What is shadow work, and is that the same as treating the subconscious mind?
Yes, shadow work. Yes, it is all about subconscious, but shadow work is the darker aspects of you. We all have our dualities. We're creatures of light and, right and wrong, definitely.
Yeah.
An addiction is shadow, be it drugs, sex, other persons being dependent, that's all shadow, and so when you work on that, and a lot of that is subconscious, because it's things that we have taken in as a child. We came in, look at a child, they're glowing with this light energy. They're full of love and light, unless they've had a traumatic experience in the stomach with their mother and their parents, but they are beautiful beings. And that's what we are. We just got to get back to it, because we've taken on things subconsciously. Does that answer that question?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Jolene. What else you got, Mr. Producer?
We have Henry from Vermont.
Hey, Henry.
Hi, Henry.
How often do you work with people with crippling anxiety and self-esteem issues?
Quite a bit. That's right now in our world, that's what's up.
That's the huge thing, right?
Yeah. And like I said, I had self-esteem. And let me tell you, when my stuff came up, I was anxiety. I had PTSD. And so, I went through that. And then as I healed myself, people, even when I wasn't fully healed, people who were experiencing that came to me and said, and I could help them. So yeah, a lot.
Okay. All right. Mr. Producer, we're not taking breaks. You were going.
Yes, we are going to take a short break, and we're going to come right back.
Okay. All right. Right back with Riyadh. Stay right there.
Did you know you were the creator of your life experience? Hi, I'm Diane Martinez, creator and owner of Conscious Creating Life Coaching. And as a certified holistic life coach, it is my mission to help people learn how to use their creative power to create lives that are deeply fulfilling and fun. If you would like to learn more about creating your life consciously, check out my website at www.consciouscreatinglifecoaching.com. You can sign up for a free 30-minute session to explore how life coaching could help you create the life of your dreams.
Hello, I am Riyadh, Lady of Love and Light, and I am a shamanic, holistic, spiritual, and physical health and wellness practitioner, as well as transformational coach. And you can reach me on my website at www.ladyofloveandlight.com, or on my Facebook page, Riadan, Reaudan.
Hey folks, Tom McManaman here from Stimulus Brand Communications. Thanks for tuning in on pbnpodcast.com. Every day we create new brandscapes for companies large and small, banks, hospitals, law firms, schools, tourism, sports teams, real estate, insurance, eyewear, and even a brew pub. Check our website at stimulusbrand.com or call 609-538-1126. Let's start a conversation.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. All right, guys, we're back on the Riadan Show. Welcome back, Ms. Riadan.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Producer, we got more people that want to speak with Riadan, don't we?
Yes. We have Urian from Nevada. He goes, where would you rank your comfortability with working with new people virtually?
Oh, I'm very comfortable. 10.
10. Okay. All right. Thanks. And how do people get a hold of you one more time, Riadan?
www.ladyofloveandlight.com or on my Facebook page at Riadan. R-E, A is in apple, U is umbrella, D is in Dan, A is in apple, and it's a Nick on Facebook.
Got it. All right, Mr. Producer, what else we got?
We have Anthony from Arizona. He goes, I've noticed that a lot of people that are spiritual also have a higher sex drive. Do you think the sacral chakra is the reason for this?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I'd like to hear about this.
Sacral and root chakra, that's where our sexual organs are. It is where the energy from Gaia, our mother, creator, divine, that is where that comes up through us. But it is also about survival issue is the root chakra. And then the sacral is more of creation, but it's about creating your own life as well. But yes, those energies, once you open them up, it's flowing, it's vital. You're a vital human being. And, some people have a high sex or drive anyways. And I can't tell you that it's going to heighten it even more. It will balance it out. If you're over or under, it'll balance it.
All right. Well, thank you for the question and thank you for the answer, Mr. Producer. What else?
We have Rodney from Arizona. He goes, why do so many people only choose to grow after they're subject to trauma and pain?
Ooh.
Because we are humans in a human body, we are divine beings, but we haven't awoken to that. We don't realize that we have a choice. We don't even, because so much is subconscious and we don't realize what we've taken in. And that's the reason, and we've been given free will. Hey, you know what? I went through my period where I did drugs, and drank all, and it felt good. So I kept choosing to do that. But then there's the other aspect of it. How is it impacting your life? Are you functional? Are you able? Some people use it as self-medicating. You know what? All in here. You can go inward and you don't need all that stuff. So yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you for the question. Mr. Producer, got the time for one more?
Yeah, we have two more questions. So
Okay.
we have Gabriel from Washington. He goes, as a healer yourself, who do you go to vent?
Oh, good question. Yeah, who's taking care of you, Riadan?
The divine Gaia.
Okay.
I do
Good
have,
hands.
Right, I am. Because heal thyself. So that's where I've operated. Now I'm a healed healer, but I do have things, but it's by me bringing it into illumination and transmuting it. Everything you need to do is within you. But I do have good friends that will support me and say, hey, take care of yourself better every once in a while, practice what you're preaching. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah. Well, you need that, right? You need to be checked every once in a while, right? Okay. Mr. Producer's last one that you got time for? Okay.
Yeah, so we have Ian from Texas. He goes, I know this is a silly question, but do you incorporate client confidentiality when you work with someone?
Absolutely. Because of my healthcare background, it's drilled into me. That's how it should be anyways.
Yeah.
Period. Always. Even with people that I knew, I would always keep there saying, now keep the secret. I never told a soul, but yes.
Okay, hey, Riyadh, another great, amazing show. But I want to, as my grandmother used to say when she wanted to hear from me or something like that, she said, "Casey, you have the floor." So, Riyadh, you have the floor. Anything you want to talk about, leave us with your services.
Yeah.
You got the floor, my friend.
Okay, I just want to take a moment. I love to ground people. This is so important and it helps you. It'll help with anxiety. So let's just all take a moment. I have my candles burning in the light, and I've already asked for everybody who's finding this, your guides. You have guides. We just have to begin to be open and start listening to the messages that ring and resonate with us. So take a deep breath, everybody. Go ahead and close your eyes if you're not driving. Breathe in deep and just relax. Allow your body to listen to the sound of my voice and allow yourself to receive the divine energy of love and light from the divine, from Gaia, Mother, Father, all that is, sending that energy of love and light to you. As you breathe in, you're filling your lungs up with oxygen. And that oxygen is traveling through your lungs, into your blood system, into every cell, every fiber of your being, feeding you, nurturing you, loving you, energy to regenerate and revitalize, rejuvenate, and re-energize your being. And as you breathe out on your next breath, you're releasing and you're letting go of all that has been stressing you out, all that you're worrying about, anything that you're angry about, any trauma, hurt that's come up for you. Breathing out, you're releasing toxins and negative energy, and you're giving it back to Gaia, and it's going down to the ground, falling to the soil, and feeding the trees and the plants as they feed us the oxygen. Feel that energy flowing through you now. Allow yourself to imagine that you are a tree of this divine garden on earth. You are a child of the divine and of Gaia. And your feet are growing roots going deep, deep down into Gaia. And at the top of your head, your crown chakra, you are receiving the energy from the divine, the energy that the sun gives off. And it's just flowing through you. And the energy from Gaia is flowing up through the roots, up through your root chakra, in front of your spine, behind your eyes. That is the cord that connects you. That is your strand that you are connected to the divine and Gaia. And feel in your heart, in your body, how centered and connected you are now to the divine. And feel the love and the light as it is flowing through you, and it's meeting right there in the heart space. And the energy from the divine continues on down to Gaia. And the energy from Gaia continues up into the divine, into the universe. But there in the center of your heart space, there in your sacred space, you are connected to all that is, to the divine and Gaia. You're fully grounded. Here's where you go and you release through your breath. Breathing in, you're regenerating and revitalizing. Breathing out, you are releasing and letting go of that which is not serving you. Breathing in love and light and nurturing energy from Father and Mother. All right, beautiful divine people. And you can connect with me, please, on my Facebook. I am doing a workshop tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Illuminating. It's an introduction to a 4-week workshop where you can just get a feel and then sign up for the workshop if you want. And you know what? For some of you who go out today and you connect with me on my Riyadh page on Facebook, I will gift that to you, the 4-week workshop.
Wow, how thoughtful. Awesome. Riyadh, thank you so much. Once again, a great addition to the Riyadh Show. We'll be right back. Thank you, Riyadh.
Thank you.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, I mean, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.